good to go.
Do we need more? Do we need just... Can one tank do the trap?
I got the Void Walker glaive, let's do this.
I was gonna say, I've got an Earth Elemental.
I can go prot for trash if we need it.
Oh no. That was totally my bad. It's my Halo's fault.
Oh,
Halo!
run away.
I think I just pulled 2.
Oh,
Alright, here comes Malphaz. Take it. You got this, boy.
pull 2 bosses of Halos once upon. It needs to be CC'd by a question.
Alright.
Hi, babe. We got you.
They can be stunned. Chop. They can also be hexed.
Apparently they can be Fury Tank too.
Can they be mind control?
Meant to do that.
Yep, well played.
Wake
Hi, who's
everybody
that?
up.
Giant. Hi, Giant.
Giant awake.
I'm awake.
No.
Is there a mage in the group or a mage table?
I invited, yeah, Dred's destroying. So we will have a mage.
Is there a reason you're pulling all these, by the way?
Trash hello!
Can't even loot these, can you? Does any BOEs drop from me anymore?
I haven't seen any.
I saw one last night with the cloak. Haste mask. I think. Crit or something.
Alright, who's ready for Maiden?
Right, it's the same fight. Hey Ron, how did you guys do last night?
We finished normal.
Finished normal, nice.
Is there any summon?
Yes, we're in combat. Give us a sec.
If you move out of that ice stuff, it doesn't hurt. So
But then what are the healers
It
supposed to do?
seems like a trap to me.
it's our job to point and laugh at when you die.
It's 90 plus degrees already this morning. I'm standing in any ice.
Right?
Stella,
How are you this morning?
still alive and breathing. That's a positive.
You sure about that?
No.
Fair enough.
Alright, do we need to pull all this?
Nope.
Right.
You can just go center up, and you might get like the occasional trash that pats, but we won't. You don't gonna kill everything in this room.
I don't have a target.
I think we're just gonna go right through the middle. Let's get a summoning thing down for giant. Oh, we're in combat again.
We have more friends.
Who doesn't like more friends?
As long as they stay off my lawn.
Thought you were supposed to keep them there forever. As a treasured memento.
The Tide Shaper Corvus dude is healing.
I'm out of range.
Awful.
Let's get a summon
Drop it.
now.
First loot of the new raid, one go.
Can we get a res out for?
Cal's not in the raid. I don't think.
Looks like she died in the crab area.
Yep.
With those creepy crabs.
Oh,
Is
she's
he
not
in there?
Not in Discord either.
I might not be able to get in the raid if he's not got arms.
Is that
Oh,
do
there
you
it is.
recognize him? Do you?
He joined.
Okay. So I'd already promoted him then. Okay.
Mike's muted though, but he's in.
Let's get a summon. He's alive. Alright, we can keep going.
Did you get anything good last night, Tangela, by the way?
No. I got a chest, but even though it was 430, horrible stats for being.
Oh, you do a lot of M Mythic Plus, don't you?
Yes.
Are you planning on getting the 430 like stuff, or are you just gonna hold out till 440?
I mean, I'm
probably
gonna
gonna
hold
hold
out.
out to 445. I'm hoping to
That-
get the 430 stuff from the raid.
Well, see, so was I, but like I don't, but like it's not necessarily optimized, so I wasn't sure what the best tactic would be, and I know you put a shit ton of.
I do a
But
lot
again,
of gambling.
but again, I also have like 18,000 Titans residuum, so I don't know if it's just better to wait till
Wow.
next week.
Did they release the new stuff?
Yeah, it's like 20 something, I think, for a random 445.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I just wasn't sure if it's better to be a little bit shittier today, and then next week get a big. Yeah, Darvin, but like half of them give me something that I can readily use. So like I have a 50-50 chance of getting something better. And it's a 24% chance to get the exact things that I want. Which isn't too
Alright,
bad.
Giant, you put the markers out?
Yep.
Okay,
I just typed out right there.
alright, so you guys go from side to side.
We don't. It's just I found it was easier to do it this way here instead of trying to go in a circle.
This way we did it last night. Okay, so the way this fight works, I don't know if you guys remember the Maiden, what's it called? Maiden of Vigilance from the TOS. This is basically the same fight. You will get targeted with poison or frost. So if you get the frost, it'll be green. We'll stack on the green side. If you get the frost, you'll be blue on the blue side. During the encounter, you'll get like a circle around you. I can't remember what it's called. Giant, you remember the name?
It begins with an I.
Right. So when you get that, you're gonna run to up there in front of the raid team. Up, like out here on this patio, and fill up this area first with the puddles. Okay. So the boss will be tanked like between the triangle and the square. When you get the thing, you just run it to the front and drop it on your respective sides. So if you're on the poison, you'll drop it on the poison side. If you're frost, you're gonna drop it on the frost side. On normal, the stand still and move mechanic I don't think is included on normal. So that's
Really?
not gonna be. I don't think so. And the missile I think is also a heroic. Was it? Did you guys see
I
it
think
on
the missile's heroic. I don't think the.
All right.
But
Well,
the
there's
missile
spears.
that stuns people.
If you mean spears, there is spears, but there's only going to be like 2 or 3.
And they do very minimal damage.
Yeah.
No, the stun when walking, I don't think is on.
Yeah, I don't think that's so normal, but
No.
the splash damage and the stacking is.
Right, so you have to make sure you're on the right side. You will eventually get inverted, and when you get inverted, you have to switch sides, and the puddles will also invert. So make sure you keep an eye on your buff. Make sure you're on the right side. DPS, the boss. Am I missing anything?
What's a good amount of stacks to clear?
If you just do the fight normal, you won't have to clear your stacks by yourself. She'll do those icicles. She'll choose like a side of her whatever, and she'll shoot green and blue ones out.
Right.
Make sure you're on the correct side of that. Don't get hit by the opposite one, unless you're at like 10 stacks or whatever. Then choose to get hit by the opposite one just to clear your stacks. But if the whole raid is doing that, then we'll probably take too much AOE. But if you just do the fight normally, you shouldn't get up to 9 stacks anyway.
Right, she'll get like a circle. She'll get like a circle of missiles around her body, and like half of the side will be the poison frost bolts, and the other side will be the actual frost bolts or whatever. And you can see them as they launch, and you can like hide on the area where the bolt has already went by, and then there won't be any more bolts from that area. So there's only going to be the bolts that spawn on her are the ones that's going to shoot. So once one shoots, that's a free area. You can stand in that spot and you shouldn't get hit by any more bolts.
Wasn't there
Pretty easy to dodge.
Wasn't there a tank stacking thing? Like a tank was supposed to get beat? Okay.
We'll swap. Our DVM should tell us it's pretty obvious, and we'll drop off onto the right the same way if you guys will. The blue people you'll want to stack on a tank. The green people you can just stay spread out. It doesn't matter as much as the blue because whenever blue takes a big slam, it's shared with everybody in there, and if it's only on the tank, it's going to get a little bit risky for the healers.
Okay, so let's just give it a few tries. It's just really a lot of it's self-explanatory. When dodge the missiles, drop the stacks up there in the front. When you get the big swirling, just make sure you run to the front. And as we start filling up, the tanks will be like hiding the boss, like just straight across the room like this. And we'll just keep filling up as we move across, and hopefully. I think on normal we should have it probably dead before it gets to the halfway mark.
Yeah, we should. We're not going to be running across the room. We're just going to slowly move it as the right of the room fills up. We'll move to the.
Right. I have a cauldron, and
we're using old stuff, or do you want us to use the normal?
We're using the old ones while we're still doing normal. It's no big deal. Plus, a lot of people have the old ones, and we want to use them up without wasting them. And what I don't have is feast. Dandelion, did you still have some feast?
I have 3.
I have 2.
Okay, and I've got like a stack on my monk I could go get. Okay, so I'll drop the first cauldron.
I'll drop the second cauldron.
Well,
everyone just grab one. We got like a 30-man group.
Also, I just noticed because I'm a baddie. Anybody have Nagahide enchant for what?
Yep. Just open trade with ill, and I'll enchant it for you.
Yo, just let me keep track of what you use, and the guild bank is full of those mats. I'll make sure you get reimbursed.
I'm not worried about it. You guys have most of the feast almost all the time.
Okay, so everyone, I hope you have a flask. If not, if you picked up 2, please share with the people who didn't get one. We'll drop another cauldron at the halfway point. We will take a break at 10:30, and we for the new people who haven't raided with us before, we do supply feasts and cauldrons. So we will swap to the new cauldrons, and I've already started a small stash of the new feasts, and we'll have all that stuff when we move into heroic.
On the pull, don't use your cooldowns until you're sure you're on the correct side, and then once everybody's situated, then we'll do lust. So that'd be a good time for you.
Right at the beginning, we'll do lust. Once we get everything situated and everybody's side is. A lot of the new materials for the new feasts are soulbound, so but if you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but those minnows, you can use.
Oh, those are so easy to farm. Yeah.
Right, you can use a vacuum every day. So I mean, I don't think a lot of people know about that, but you can use that vacuum any day you.
Are you saying you need minnows?
Isn't the hardest one the other fish type?
The viper fish.
Yeah, yes. Viper fish.
Yeah, because you only catch those in Nagitar one at a time.
Minnows are soulbound anyway.
Yeah, the minnows are soulbound. So if you're fishing for those, make sure you're using the back, and they're soulbound. You can't trade them. All right, let's give this some attempts. Let's do a ready check.
All right, let's do this. First try.
Yeah, I'll do the pull and move them over, and then depending on what color we get, well.
There's like a few second grace period for everyone to split before the AOE starts, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't have a cleave, right? Not a normal cleave.
No, it just has the tank soak one that the blue side want to stay together with, but green side you can stay like loosely spread it.
Alright, everyone was ready on the tanks.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Get to your sides.
Blue right, green left.
Blue side, you want to stack on a tank?
Do we want the wall now?
Yeah, let's do less now.
I wanted the person.
Taunt now.
4, 3, 2.
I drop mine and then I'll take it back.
Alright, these are the missiles. Make sure you're not getting hit by the wrong.
Okay, you can taunt. After every slam is when we can taunt.
Inversion.
4, 3, 2.
Make sure you get back on your right side. Missiles.
Well, I taunted, but it ignored me. I'll taunt it right after. There you go. She's finally looked at me.
1.
Inversion.
Let's. Oh, we got people moving to the right. We don't want to be over there, but we should start moving over there. Or I mean to the left of where you're looking. I'm gonna move the boss over.
Do we still stack on a tank or to the left?
On blue, yes, always.
Huh?
Make sure you're on the right side.
Done.
Well, let's spear on him. Thank you.
I'm gonna move over again because green is full. There we go. We should be able to finish here.
2, 1.
Ahoy, blue.
Yeah, it's alright.
Four, three, two, one.
Alright.
What was that?
Yeah. That was it.
That was totally my fault. I thought the patio was bigger than what it. So I was trying to run out farther and standing in.
It's really
Mass
loud.
Rat's going out.
She died with those ice bolts up. It's super loud.
It's really loud. It really is.
We get a picture.
Y'all want to do pictures for Normo?
Oh,
Not really.
I think only for the end boss, and then we'll move.
Right.
We'll get to the end boss.
I mean, that's a waste of 10 minutes trying to organize
Yeah,
everything.
Right.
you say that like it's a bad thing. Who didn't like wasting 10 minutes? Yeah.
If you guys stack on the tanks here, the honor guards aren't gonna fuck us, or they won't.
Oh my god, where'd everybody go? I'm sitting here noodling on loot, and all of a sudden I turn around, there's nobody here.
Left you behind. Aww.
There's a stairwell to the right, to the left, or I don't know.
I figured it out. I saw a straggler.
Hold on just a second.
Oh, that run back.
Oh, that's a nice. That's right, talent.
Lot of poison.
They buff Beastmaster AoE.
I'm sorry, what was that? Do they buff Beastmaster AoE?
Yeah.
No, it's just that it's easier to do it in a big open. I don't think they. I thought they nerfed a lot of the Beastmaster stuff. The essences are making the difference, probably.
I don't know where you guys going. We gotta go in the water here.
I don't want to.
I mean, we got aquatic form down here.
Let's go left. It's easier, boss.
Which one is this? This the
The swimming bus.
Is this the one that's like second on the list?
I think so.
Yeah, Blackwater Behemoth.
Okay.
Yeah. Focus Oracle.
Just
It's for a dip in the pool.
make sure we feast up before we get to the point of no return.
Yeah.
Can certain classes still completely ignore his weird mechanic?
I
I
think
can't find you guys. I was switching specs to heal and don't know.
Did you jump in the pool and swim through the cave?
Oh, I see the team now. Okay, sorry.
and then once you get out of the cave, go left.
When we get to the staging point, we'll go over the fight and drop the feast there because we can't feast at the
kill the bubbles.
You can hold pulls for 1 second so I can tell.
I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
Tangela, can you drag Giant to group 1?
Yes.
Appreciate it.
We're in combat.
Yeah, I'll remind you again.
Focus Oracle.
Look, everyone, an oxygen-rich membrane.
What? Yeah, don't worry about that yet. We're gonna stop here and get our food buff.
Food buff.
It's the last spot to eat food.
Oh, this ain't the blinking nightmare of running around swimming.
So you want me to put a feast down here?
Yeah,
Right.
because we can't eat underwater.
Why? Because that's unbelievable, or what?
Because you can't sit down.
Lizard logic.
How do you like your steak? Well done or waterlogged? Peeing in the water. That reminds me of that felony we committed in Kentucky.
Oh my god.
Everybody
You
click on
are
the
a mess.
membrane, and we're gonna kill the pufferfish first. Everybody has to touch the blood of.
Yeah, everyone needs to touch it, and it doesn't stay up forever. So click on it quick.
Okay, moving on to the next track.
I just hit me. This is a deep-rooted fear of mine. Fucking fear of the open one.
It's not open.
I know, but just
That's
there's a
worse.
section of the.
It's even worse than open. It's claustrophobic.
See, I'm fine with that. If I can't see the bottom. Ugh.
Cave diving is a terrible way to die.
Bro, I'm
Yeah.
with you there.
My husband has the fear of seeing things in water, so it's the opposite of yours, where if he can see what's under, it fucking freaks him out.
You ever step on a fish in the ocean?
No.
You should go to Baltimore then, he'll be fine.
We live near Baltimore, as a matter of fact.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I used to live in Glenburn.
I live just outside Sivara Park.
I know exactly where.
Stalking.
It'll be my next
Right.
Tuesday.
I'm out of range.
I'm probably the only woman in Sivara Park that plays video games, as a matter of fact.
We got
Sure,
three
there's
people
not
that
too
need.
one or two.
We got 3 people that need the buff. Oh, it's gone.
Oh, there's going to be another buff right here.
As long as you don't take damage, you don't really
Somebody-
need the.
Yeah, somebody
Right.
interrupt the oracle, please.
If you're dying, get the buff as soon as you can.
Are you talking about the bioluminescence thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't
We
heal
can't
you
heal
unless
you.
you have it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying buff.
Yeah,
It's
the
buff.
green buff.
Grim, is it on the icon bar, Grim and Hobney?
Grim
Grim,
doesn't have
Hope.
it.
No, that's why he's dying.
Mystic shots. It's gone. You have to get it when it's up because it doesn't last forever. It expires. And when
It comes
it's
from
gone,
the puffer fish. So when the fish dies, get in it.
we can't heal
Stack
you.
in
till you get
melee
it.
on the fish.
Get
Grim,
the
you
bar
need to
before you
get
can
it
die.
now. Get it now, fast.
Anyone else running out of breath?
No, because
Oh, yeah, you gotta click on
Touch the
the
map.
page. I'm running out of breath. Here,
Remember
Grim-
that oxygen-rich membrane?
Yeah, you gotta go click on that.
Yeah, come here, Durant, over here.
Almost as fun as the suspicious
I have
bookshelf.
water breathing. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of you.
Same.
Have you buffed the rest of us with it?
Being undead is awesome. Oh, gaze from below. That's scary.
Yeah, don't go over there if you got the buff.
There
You'll
it
get
goes.
one
Got
shot.
somebody.
See, I knew someone would.
You mean like they did?
Yeah, you gotta wait
And
till your
thus
buff
it has
expires.
been demonstrated.
You can hug the right and then.
You
go.
made my day, Helga. Thank you.
That was really awesome.
Special.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why y'all swim so.
Okay, so let's go over the fight really quick. When we pull the fight, we're gonna kill the pufferfish. They've already been marked. There's one on Skull. There's one on. We will kill the one on Skull. We will attack the boss. We will, we all need to. We have to stagger on normal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll have like groups. Is it a lot of damage?
just range 5 and you should be.
Alright, so
just
we
range
will
5,
have
yeah.
like, groups one. We'll have groups 1, 2, and 3. Grab the pufferfish buff right away. We'll have groups 4, 5, and 6. Grab it as soon as we see those guys move back out of their
Oh.
their respective areas.
Yeah, you don't
Oh.
need to stagger at that point. You can just everybody
Oh,
can pick
okay.
up.
Because
something.
on heroic, you'll wipe your whole team if everybody
Yeah.
runs against it all.
Yeah, that's not on normal.
Alright,
Again,
so everyone grab the pufferfish buff, and then as soon as you do, you need to do a range 5. Everyone needs a range 5, and it's like a 360-degree range. So you can be up, you can be down, you can be from side to side. This is as long as you're on this platform. Alright, if you have that buff and you get pushed, there's a push mechanic that pushes you off. If you get pushed off out here in the open water and you have that buff, you will get eaten by the creature from down below, and it normally happens like within 3 to 5 seconds. So do not get pushed off the edge. Once your buff starts to run low, we'll run over there. We'll kill X pufferfish. Everyone needs to pick up the buff. It doesn't stay up forever. I think that it's 20 seconds on normal. So on normal, you have from the time it dies, you have to get your buff within 20 seconds or it despawns. If you don't get the buff, then you cannot be healed. So make sure you have that buff. Just about the time, once we reach a certain phase, the creature, the boss will move to the next platform. We will have to swim through these jellyfishes behind us. Make sure you do not touch one. If you do, you'll get the buff that that makes it so we're able to heal you, and then the creature from below will come up and chomp you again. So stay away from the jellyfish, and we'll do the same on the next platform. It's basically the same fight. Each platform, there's 3 platforms, and all 3 are the same fight. The here does the pushback, the lightning thing, and just make sure you're range 5, and we should be good. Kill pufferfish. When the buff gets low, kill the second pufferfish. And then when the boss phases, swim to the other side, dodge jellyfish. Is there
I
anything
marked
I'm
all the No. I marked all the pufferfish, so whenever we move to the platform, you can call out which one. First. And there's like no in normal. There's no need to like go without the bioluminescence. So we'll kill the first one. 45 seconds after that, we'll kill the second one, and then we'll move on to the next platform and do the same thing. And the slipstream that will spawn when we move to the other platform removes your bioluminescence, so you don't have to wait on the platform for the 10 to 20 seconds that you'll have to wait. Just touch the ground where the slipstream is, over here where the
Alright.
truth is.
It'll look like a flowing water thing that's like
Yeah.
gonna push you to the other side, but it just removes your buff.
Yeah, it gives you a move speed and then removes your buff so you can move over as quick as possible.
Alright, so is there any questions? We'll do a raid check. So when we pull the boss, first thing we're gonna do is kill the pufferfish and get the buff.
Do you have to click on the pufferfish or just be near it?
No, you'll kill it and then you'll swim through its blood.
Swim through the blood. It's
I
a
know it's green,
cloud.
but I like it's green, but I like to think of it as we're swimming through its blood.
blood pufferfish cloud. It's like he tooted.
Yeah, the same as what we just did in the hallway.
Right.
You know the stuff you don't want to eat out of the puffer fish and you're making sushi?
Alright,
He has-
everyone's ready on the tank.
Wait, you can mount up in here?
Yeah. But you can't eat though.
Yeah. But he has a really large hitbox, so melee, don't feel that you have to go run up against him. Just make sure, like, try to stay on the ground so healers can drop the healing on the ground and try to stand inside the healing while also meleeing.
I don't think efflorescence works in here.
It does. As long as you're touching the ground, it does.
Alright. So basically it doesn't.
Yeah. But let's do hero right after everybody gets their buff, and then we get on.
Sounds good. Alright, so on the tanks, everyone was ready. Kill the puff. Remember, as soon as you get your buff, range 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's too far away. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
And let's do now. This 30 secs seems to be a good number.
Go ahead and last.
10 seconds on bioluminescence.
4, 3.
Alright, kill the next pufferfish.
Beware.
Remember, everybody needs to swim through it.
I don't have a target.
I just taunted early. I think 25 is the safest one.
2, 1.
Beware.
Well, you don't need to do it as a tank. The debuff gives it to you. Okay, we're gonna transfer soon. Okay, everybody go touch the slipstream and then we'll swim across. Do not interrupt. I will interrupt.
Beware.
Do not touch the jellies.
Everybody,
Belly.
do not kill the pufferfish first, but start at square. Everybody get the buff, and then I'll interrupt. Kill those pufferfish.
Shasta, get the buff quick.
Yeah, I'm going.
4. I need you closer.
That crevice between the two platforms, you get
Is
Right.
yeah, it's open water.
Somebody just got eaten.
I almost did.
2, 1.
You can taunt now if you want.
Buff is down in 5 seconds. Do you want to kill Moon?
Can't reach.
Yeah, go to the other one.
Yeah, Glaive, come a little closer to the other platform. Just a touch. There you go.
4, 3,
I've taunted off you.
1.
We need a cooldown. Can we get a healer cooldown?
Use revival.
Phil, can you get the buff?
Yeah, got it. Wasn't sure who it was, so I had to go look.
Oh.
Can we get a B-res on Giant?
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm calling out B-res. I can just do it.
You can battle, right?
A lot of people too lazy to swim back to the other side after getting their.
Okay. Everybody get into the slipstream. Do not interrupt the boss.
I just realized dying and I don't get the membrane back.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm super slow.
Yeah, if you die and get B-res, you don't get the membrane back. So just hold your breath.
No guarantees.
You'll have to get the boss Glaive. Make sure to interrupt at like 2.
If Dandy was feeling generous, she could put the breathing.
2.
I can't put that on other people, can I?
Yes, you can.
Wait, what do you want done?
One at a time.
Can you put it on Giant at least? I got it from you early. You were getting low.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Phil, grab the buff quick.
Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, let's do 20 secs. It's a little bit harder now that it's later in the fight.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, kill the other puffer.
Have you got
I'm out of range. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, if you're full, take it.
Somebody just got
I
marked.
got eaten.
And there goes my breath.
I thought I was over the rock.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hard on the boss guy.
External Giant.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is do or die.
B-res indeed.
Can't heal, so everybody DP.
Can't heal. Everyone DPS. Woo!
Flawless.
Clean.
One shot.
So in the future, instead of just getting the puffer fish as soon as it expires, we should probably time it after those shots.
One thing I noticed here, healers, we should go in the middle of the platforms. We should go in the middle, otherwise you can't. I didn't know where the fuck I was going.
You can talk to the.
Pat! Oh,
You can talk to the seahorse here to get back to the.
If I release, where does it put me?
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't recommend.
Totally my best in slot.
Yay, upgrade.
Seahorse was looking at me weird.
Yeah, talk to him and he'll take you where you gotta go.
I can't talk to anybody. I'm dead.
I did press.
Oh, maybe because he died on the first platform.
Yeah, the pufferfish didn't die quick enough.
Like, fuck for that, it's safe. During the stream page, is there anything you should look out for? Because, like, to me, it just like I didn't know what the fuck to look for. No bubble.
Does it look like we're doing something untenable to the seahorse?
Better than him doing it to you.
I mean, yeah, but
after the next boss.
did Cracker? Did you get a rest?
Nope.
Oh, because you were on another platform.
Yep.
Oh. We were full crash already.
Okay, I'll take it and figure out where to help it.
Where did you release that?
We have a warlock or
Back
two.
where you get the
We'll just summon him when we get up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to loot the balls first.
Here, I'll go with him and see if we can find it.
Could I get a res before you guys run out of here?
Yeah, I'm resing.
Thank you.
Alright, is it over here, Cracker?
I didn't. Yes, I see it.
See if we can avoid the trash right here.
Hey, some people went straight, some people went down the stairs. Where are we?
As soon as if you get out of the water thing, you go left. We were just killing to the spawn and boss after next.
Hug the wall when you come down the stairs.
So we don't need to kill that trash yet. So.
Alright. Okay, and then you click on the seahorse right here.
Don't tell me it's one of the mystery dungeons where you get lost all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This
I get
dungeon
lost.
is
Aren't they all?
super long.
We headed to what, Radiance?
Yep.
This time it's Dungeon Boss 2.0.
Okay, they'll catch up to us. Let's kill the trash.
I'm lost.
So is anybody planning to do Mechagon after this?
If there's a group going, I'll join.
I might. Yeah, Il's down to do some.
Yeah, I badly need to do that shit.
I do as well, but I can't do it till week. Not.
I think we went the wrong way.
You said left.
You said left?
Once you get
Alright,
out of the tunnel, go
hang,
left.
hang the wall then.
Yeah, stay along the wall.
I heard Kitty.
I'm glad the cat's raiding with us tonight, or today.
Can that cat be Team 9 to ask?
Nobody knows you're a
I know
cat
that
on the
guy's a
internet
Masto.
until you queue up your mic on
Masto.
Discord.
Cat's right. Boy.
Oh no.
Cat's white breed.
What got you there, Bernie?
Low heels. That could
The
spell it.
slam thingy. I wasn't watching it.
Okay.
The distraction from the purr. That's what I was gonna go with.
Oh, I was thinking about eating cats.
Cat burgers.
You ever had one?
No.
Or two during the week.
I'm pretty sure we've all had American Chinese food.
I've even had German Chinese food.
Is it the same shit we have here?
Basically.
But with sausage.
Sausage.
And kraut. And cheese.
Wife loves sauerkraut, I can't stand it. But Germans do excellent sausages. Not as good as the Brits.
I need to target something first.
You mentioned Britain, and all I want is fish and chips and mushy peas. Thanks.
Ew.
Mushy peas are brilliant. You can get them at Walgreens.
Made myself some fish and chips last night.
And not
Not like-
Walgreens.
When I was in England, I felt like such a fatty. I ate fish and chips every day from the street vendors.
Well, you
Ooh,
can't
yeah,
eat that
we-
bacon. That is not okay.
I went on a food tour while I was in London, and the poor guide dude was so excited about the quote-unquote best fish and chips there. And I was like, dude, I grew up as a commercial fisherman. This is fried fishing.
Right?
He added vinegar. Woohoo.
Alright.
Vinegar is so delicious.
It really is good on fish, white fish.
Stella, you can get mushy peas from Wegmans.
I know, I buy them, as a matter of fact.
Good.
The Bachelors.
Yep.
Yep, I have 2 cans sitting here in my house for when we do fish and chips.
There you go.
Alright, the trash will show you the mechanics for the fight.
And
Get
I
the-
fail because I got stunned.
To move the bomb out from away from people.
Thought there was just. No.
Yeah, this is a repeat. This is like almost an exact copy.
How many people are using World Vein? I see little shards all over them.
What is World Vein?
It's
Quit Legion for a reason.
It's it's one of the essences.
How do you
I
get it?
just see a bunch of little shards. Anyone do
Mythic Island. Oh no, not this. Island Expedition.
I'm not cool enough to have a 55 neck, and the main thing for that isn't good enough.
52, you get a stamina boost, which is very handy.
I just wasn't sure because if we have a bunch of them, it does increase the DPS.
Right. If there's 5 or more in your group, second best in slot for BM. If you
then
have
we might want to change.
5.
Drez is using it as a minor.
Not doing this.
Holy shit, Drez talk.
Hey, mark it on the calendar, Dress Talk.
No, you scared him.
Right?
I got it recorded, so he can't hide me from that anymore.
Achievement yet.
It's a good day. I heard somebody say tooted, Drez talk.
It's a good day when you hear someone say tooted. You should just come hang out at my house every day. I have two little boys. Say it as often as you want to.
So you're blaming it on the kids
laugh
now.
about it. Then laugh about it.
Alright,
Yeah,
you see how
it's always funny.
you see how we're getting bumped back. You do not want to get bumped back into into the water. Like, so when we're doing the boss and you get bumped back, make sure you're landing on the platform. Landing in the water will give you like a bad.
Here's the
It'll
fun one.
give you a bad.
Somebody got a recipe.
Nice.
Congratulations. What the fuck?
Tornado.
Obviously, we have to stand him.
No.
Stack all the tornado.
It's a haste buff.
Yep. Like my haste.
And remember, they're not random and they're not chasing you. They just do a spiral out from where they.
Like a Fibonacci spiral?
Exactly.
Because I'll hang out with the tornadoes if they do math. Math is cool.
Everything does math,
Everything does.
especially on math.
I mean, these are literally designed by numbers.
If you think meth is cool, you'll love the town I live.
Are you in West Virginia?
Oh no, I'm in North
You
Carolina.
don't need to be in West Virginia for that. Just any rural area of the U.S.
He didn't say he was dating his sister. He said Matt.
Goodness.
I'm in West Virginia.
Alright, let's go ahead and take a break
On
now.
the side.
Look at that.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow
I'm gonna
you.
mail some. I'm gonna
I'm
mail
into it.
some feasts over.
I got one piece and I got a cauldron too.
I like how we all started to go on like, oh, there's a pet. Fuck
Everybody's running over there to get that one pet that's in the room.
Wait, is there only one?
Well, you can get 3 of them.
So, if anyone wanted to know what the fishing list would be, the only thing that's tradable, I think, are the viper fish. Anyone who does cooking rank 2 is really easy to get.
Oh,
Rank 3 is bugged because you don't need rank 2 to get it.
For the feast, I thought you did.
Somebody was saying in either this guild or the guild on the alliance side that you.
I think you can get rank 3 from Mechagon for the minor feast, not the major.
How far away is this pet?
I don't know.
Oh, that's good. I should have just done that instead of trash.
You know what I'm disappointed about? There's not any extra new, or there's no extra stacking stuff that we use for crafting, like there were in the last, like the bomb sondies and the blood.
Alright, chitters. It's fine. Which are we looking for? The trench slug?
Do they respawn later?
Oh, my unborn Valkyrie is gonna die. Oh wait, these are just regular freaking pets. What do I care?
Yeah. There's nothing special about them. It's just.
Like I got like my bruiser crew on. I'm like, oh no, I missed an attack.
I think the
I
only
killed the shit, it's fine.
non-dropped pet that I regularly use is the Twilight Drakes or the Twilight
Plus sister.
Dragon. Yeah, because the other Emerald Dragonlings are so expensive, but Twilights are free. I take that back. I use Internal Strider, and there's the moths that I have I caught in the open world.
I haven't done like any like capturing of battle pets in a few expansions.
Yeah, it's mainly Pandaria is when I was doing it, but the Twilight things are just Emerald Whelplings, but they're free.
I just started it yesterday and I'm hooked. Never pet battled before.
Right now, the strongest combo for the legendaries is to get Bone Shard and Icky. And that.
Oh really? I thought it was
And then Zenilari Need Butter is another one that you can use, but that combo is super strong.
It really is
Yeah,
strong.
more in Valkyrie too.
I've been
Or
using the.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, I don't have the bone guy.
Shard.
But I've been using. I've been using unborn.
Yeah, but if you get, it's even quicker to use Bone Shard. Like I was using Unborn, and I went and spent 10k to get a Bone Shard, and it's fucking like I get it over in 3 turns now, almost every
Does
legendary.
it bone shard drop on the first boss, or do you have to clear the whole dungeon to get?
The first boss.
Someone help me summon back, please.
But you can also buy a level 1 version of it super cheap and then upgrade.
If you've been doing your mission table enough, the pet charms really stack up and only takes 60 to get the upgrade
Yeah.
on for
right.
I need a bone shard.
Who said that? I'll give you one.
I had a friend of mine. He was selling all his ickies for like 30k each. They were going so fast.
I bought mine for 4k.
No way. Before.
Had one and didn't realize how.
It was just a level 1 and it was green, and I got it unlocked now for.
If you did the entire quest line for Valshira, whatever it's called, you get one for free.
So go
Yeah.
Icky. What?
Icky the bird.
Yeah.
I got 2 of them. They both anyway.
I can't believe how like that little bat.
What them? Are they worth anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You upgrade them to blue.
It's because it counters so much of the legendary pet battles on the new item.
The upgrade thing called. I know I've got one somewhere.
rare battles though.
There was a
Break
wolf
ended.
quest to get a rare upgrade yesterday too, so.
Yeah, because I see Bernie in there every week. Are you doing it for the battle pets, or are you trying to get the legendary
No,
mount? Okay.
they just
Do you-
drop
do you
every
know
time
the-
I'm in there.
Do you know the Do you do it with a friend?
Not usually.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to ask you, did you know about the heroic lockout? Okay.
I think breaks over, so if you can head back, you can.
Yep, there's just a pat in our way.
But those bone shards drop every time I go in there. So I have a whole bunch.
Holy cow! You should be selling those. I
Oh,
bet they go.
yeah, I'm leveling all my extra ones to 25 and then selling them.
Nice. It's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in this battle pets if you sell them.
What's
Especially
the
if you level
rare
them
thing
up.
called?
Awesome, thanks, man.
For 30k off, I can sell. I've got one
No
somewhere.
problem. Mystic, you're a little late. And no matter what, anyway.
Battle pet once you pull it out. I can't even remember.
Go
You
back into the
resummon it?
pane. Select it. Oh.
We can summon.
I'm
Alright,
running
let's
into
go over the fight really quick before we drop the feast and the cauldrons and everything. Doing the trash, everyone got a little taste of how the fight works. This fight is basically the same thing as the Wrath of Azura in the Legion 5-man dungeon. So we will attack the boss. She will put out those arcane bombs on you. You need to run out to the edge, get dispelled. Don't stand in the raid. Run out to the edge, and we can dispel it. And then once it gets dispelled, just run out of the bomb so it doesn't land on you. The same way it was in the 5-man dungeon. Secondly, we'll get a knockback. When you get knocked back, you do not want to land in the water. The water will give you. Is it just a shadow? Is it a buff that hits you, or is it only damage while you're in the water? I don't remember.
It gives you a
how it works.
debuff while you're in the water.
Right. So you want to not get. You want to like align yourself or turn your character so when you get knocked back, you land on the platform. And then Giant mentioned the tornadoes. They work the same way. You can see where they spawn. It'll be like a little swirly on the ground. That's where they spawn. And once they start moving, they move in a spiral pattern. So once it leaves like the area where it spawned, you can basically just stack on that one point, and you should be safe from there on out. Unless like another one spawns somewhere else and it's going to travel through the spawn point. But I think that is it 3 tornadoes at a time. Just dodge the tornadoes.
Maybe they don't last as long as, like, they go down pretty quickly. So as long as we stay spread out between these marks, you shouldn't be running away from too many of them.
Okay. And during intermission, there will be a group of ads that spawn somewhere around the circle. For us, we got unfortunate, and it was always like directly straight across on the complete opposite side. We want to move together as a team, and we will get to like a row of like traps. Is that what they're called? Traps. We will bust through one of the traps, and when we do, it'll spawn a tornado. So if you're like second in line behind the person who busts the trap, just watch the tornado when it spawns. It doesn't hit you. Everyone just burst the one trap and run through, and we'll work our way around to where the ads are and kill those ads. And once we kill the ads, we can just stay stacked at that spot. We don't have to run all the way back over here to kill the boss. We can just stack over there until the next one spawns and just go to where the next one's at. But it's gonna do that like 2 or 3 times, and then that should be it. It'll be a win.
When do you want me to bring the Fury?
We can just let them pull for this boss, right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we'll just let them pull on this fight.
The 2 markers I placed down, this is where we'll decide what we'll stacking on. Right, or DPS be closer to the markers, healers be central, so you can hit every. And me and Glaive Song will be over here, so when we get knocked back, we don't get knocked back into the. We'll hit the wall here.
But the main thing is every time when the ads spawn and we all need to go kill the ad, it'll be better if we all go the same direction. That way we're only busting one of the traps and only spawning 1 or 2 tornadoes, rather than the team splitting up and busting and creating tornadoes on both sides. So let's try to keep them centralized all in one area.
So they fix the break in the middle. Because from what Fat Boss was doing, there's a tiny gap. Okay.
Yeah, there was a tiny gap you can squeeze through on the PTR. I don't think you can do that on normal.
There is a gap, but it's closer to the boss. But you have to use like movement abilities, like a heroic leap or jump or.
They just can blink through.
Yeah.
But you know.
Also, don't interrupt the ad. The tanks, whatever tank gets there first, will interrupt it.
Alright, Della, did you want to drop a feast?
So the marks.
Yep.
a boss that we might need to reset? Like if I put my thing on the stairs or not bother?
No, we won't need to reset.
Alright, I'm dropping the cauldron over
Okay, thank
by
you
the
for
feast.
cauldron. Great,
And
thank you.
are we splitting DPS off the bat? Was that the point of the marks, or is that
No.
just where we're going to stand when we move?
You're spreading between the marks. Healers will be in the center, DPS towards the marks on either. That way, you're not running away from all three of the tornadoes. You're only running away from one or two at a time.
I got you.
Another thing that we did is if you kind of like, we kind of like grouped up over here, and so when we did get knocked back, we were definitely not going to get knocked. We got knocked up
Yeah.
against this thing here and didn't get knocked into the water.
The reason we have this whole wall here, and then we also have the stairs that we can use for knockback purposes. And then if people like melee are on near square, they won't get knocked back into the water because there's enough room.
Okay,
How much?
question. Do the two little pools of water there around the center against the wall, do those count as water?
Yeah, you can get knocked into those. So make sure if
Okay.
you're with your back to them that you're really close to the.
How much damage do those tornadoes do? I mean, can we just have all rain just stack
It won't
No.
kill you, but you don't want to stand in them.
Yeah,
You'll
they
go up and you'll take falling damage.
a lot of knockbacks and stuff. Yeah, it's just best to stay spread out here, so there's not 3 tornadoes in one spot.
Alright, there's still some
Go ahead.
flasks in the.
I didn't grab one.
For the
Yeah,
arcane bombs, don't dispel them right away. Let them run to the outside of the room and then dispel them. If you can, try to stack them all 3 like near the stairs or whatever, as long as they're in the back of the room.
So we're making like a semicircle between the two markers on this side
Yes.
of the boss at the start. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, at the start, and then
We should be close to the tanks, at least somewhat close to the tank.
yeah, in the center area here, they could either use the stairs or the like this catty corner here for something to put their back to. And then whatever the ad spawns, that semicircle is going to move over to where the ad was, and then we'll spread out from there after we.
Right. So we'll all run together over there as a group, kill the ads, and we'll stack up the stack point on the. All right. Was that good? All right. So let's do a raid check.
Grab a second flask if you can.
Yeah, there's a few more flasks still in the little cauldron if you hadn't got.
Also, if you guys haven't noticed, if you look at the front of this boss, it's like a mech. The elf is up in the chest of the.
Well, now, check it out before I go back to my.
Okay, so everyone's ready on the thing.
Stop getting me more punk for Mech Warrior 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Glaive will just swap after every hit. Like the big one that she does.
3, 2.
Arcane, get those out. Arcane, get those out. Cracker, where you at?
Four, three, two, one.
Arcane, get those out. Run to the...
Four, three, two, one.
Beware.
2, 1.
Arcane, get those out.
Need to get closer.
Move, girl.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
3, 2,
Maybe different on heroic, but on normal it doesn't matter.
1.
Arcane.
So many tornadoes.
Well, get close to the marks. There's hardly any over on the sides.
3, 2,
Whose side gets so many?
Beware.
And if you treat it like the
1.
what is it called? Where's the ad up? actually. Okay, it's on the left side here. So come over to the blue side.
That's just the one. We already busted the. Kill these ads. These little stormlings.
I think I interrupted too soon. My bad. Make sure your back isn't to the boss here.
You're not insta-dispelling, guys. People need time to run that shit out.
If you're outside the circle, you got to get in the circle.
3, 2, 1.
Run those out.
Can you take the big guy, Cliff?
3, 2, 1.
That's starting to get low.
Get those out.
No, the storm wraith. Make sure your back isn't to the boss though. Okay, finish the stormlings.
Kill the ads.
We're gonna spread out with the center being where we are now. So spread out to.
Let's get a res out on Dare. Let's get a res for Dare.
We don't need a wall behind us. If we're up close enough, we will never.
I have soul stone. Remember.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beware. 2, 1. 4,
Sorry about that, Hill.
2, 1.
Beware. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, look for the ad. It's on the opposite side of us. Let's move to the left since the wall's already cleared.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Did somebody interrupt the thing already? Okay. Yeah, it's alright.
3, 2, 1.
I can imagine this being a real pain in the arse.
If you have any of the stormlings on you, just bring it into melee so we can pick them up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
Spread out, finish the ads.
No, I'm just eating avocado thing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Were we spreading out in phase 1 or 2?
Just spread out from here. You can go like over to circle if you need something behind you.
2, 1.
these heat-seeking tornadoes, they're just following me around.
No.
Nope, they don't. They're dumb. They just spiral out from their center.
2, 1.
Yeah, they do not check.
4, 3, 2,
The axis. Someone's losing a head.
Opposite side again. Let's go left again since the wall's broken.
Dispel Dark Talk, please.
4, 3.
Yeah, I'll wait until it's closer to the end. Please run into melee so we can pick up the stormlings off you.
Please be stunned. Does it help us?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Get out.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Finish off the ads.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Then spread out from here.
Good job, guys. Get a mass res out.
On it.
Nice.
Finally, tank loot.
1/3 of the way to the essence I need.
Yeah, me too.
That was awesome. We got our essences.
Wait. Yay, that trinket propped the gem slot.
These umbrella quiz.
Peanut butter.
Alright, China, we got this. Let's go.
Follow the blue marker.
Yay, upgrade.
Ah, we have a piece of loot.
No way.
For trade? Nice.
Oh, I forgot to mention for the new folks, if you get some loot that you don't need, we trade that to Della, and she will roll it off as a whole.
I hadn't said anything because I just assumed nobody would want to trade anything today.
Or Dawn, if you prefer.
Anybody got an agility gem I can buy?
I have all the free an agility. I have all the free gems you need after the raid. So if no one has one here, then just get with me after the raid. My I've got all the patterns and all the new stuff on my hunter.
Yeah,
It probably won't be immediately after raid. I have to book as soon as 11:30 rolls around, but I'll get with you.
Yes.
Do you need a healer?
It won't let me trade it.
Did you have a healing friend?
I could come into my priest on North. Team 2 is doing heroic. So my priest can come to normal. It's up to you. If you need me to heal, just must.
Don't pull from the left there.
Oh, we got room if you wanted to join. Sure.
Great, instead of trying to talk.
Okay.
Don't bug, you get banned. I'll do anyway.
Invite me on.
Okay, you want to say hi in guild or?
It's Clarissa, Team 2.
Does that boss on the right, the last one, change, or is it the same?
What was your question again?
Does the strategy change on heroic on the last?
It's the same. Just hits harder.
Still trying to
Alright,
learn where you put your rings and all.
I'm not showing you on.
Yeah,
Okay,
gotcha.
okay, cool.
Oh, Clarissa was with us anyway. Or was that?
She's a team leader for Team 2.
Okay,
You
focus
look
Oracle
at
first.
you, Angela. You made
She
Clarissa
I think
explain it all.
I think she did raid with us a couple times, like when we first were getting started.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
last year when you guys were first starting in Short
Like in
View,
the old year.
I would jump in.
Welcome back.
Yeah. I don't need to summon him right outside.
Not
Unless
like
you want to
this.
send me to the boss.
We are moving towards Lady Ashvane.
How did she join us here? That's what I want to.
Yeah, there's a section of time where last we saw, they were leaving
Sivara.
Prison Island.
No.
Yeah, Sivara.
If you did the quest line on the new island, you see that there's a few other ones that mainly only Alliance see. But as Horde, you do see her with Achara in Nazareth.
How did
but
you
it was
get
still.
You try to kill her, and then she gets teleported out by Queen Achara.
By the way, if you all are seeing big arcane circle, don't freak out. That's my new trinket.
Okay.
It's not a bomb mechanic.
I don't think we can see it if it's your trinket.
Oh, really? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made some trinkets like that invisible to the right.
Which is good.
Graphic.
It's really,
Because it is putting out a giant arcane circle around me, like right in the middle of melee. I'm afraid people are gonna freak out.
Do I need to explain this boss or is it all?
No, we're good.
Okay.
I don't have a target.
this boss?
No, not really.
This
Hey, look,
boss
they
is really,
improved it.
this boss is really easy.
This boss is sort of like the last boss of the Shrine of the Storm, where you put the circles on the outside of the room type thing. And then the coral mechanic is pretty
Like
unique.
Mythic Star Augur, where you have to match the.
Yeah, you have to match colors, and then there's a laser between the two, and they knock down the coral thing. So, tanking wise will be on the outside of the room. You'll see bubbles, and you want to soak
Welcome.
them before the boss gets them.
I'm doing the wrong setup. I'm thinking about the wrong boss, aren't I?
What are you thinking?
Yes, I think you are. You're thinking about the poison boss, maybe? I don't think you can really mark this boss because of the corals.
Is this the one
Yeah.
where you get the? This is not the. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking about the next boss, right? No, this is the right one. So you get the debuff where you have to remove yourself from. Or is that the next boss?
That's the next boss.
Okay, sorry.
I can give you the heroic strat if you guys don't know it. It's a lot of. Or we could pull it your way. Whatever.
Like, what is your strat other than to kite around the outside?
It's you take the debuff that drops the bubbles. That puts people in a bubble. You run them off to the left behind the tanks, behind where they're tanking.
Yes.
And you cleave them all down next to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But everyone that stands in that circle is gonna get bubbled. So the two people need to make sure that they're the only ones back there.
Okay, yeah. So okay, now I remember. We kite this boss around the edge of the room. And so what happens is you'll get targeted with these huge like circles that'll be white and a white outline. And what you want to do is you want to get out of the raid group and you want to run to just in front of the tanks. Like if the tanks are like where the group is now, you want to make sure your circle is not touching the group, but you want to be in front of the tanks. And you want all the circles to stack up all together. It doesn't matter if you're on top of other circles or not. But you want to make sure that your line does not overlap anyone in the raid team. If you're caught inside the circle, you get stunned. So everyone stack up that has a circle. As soon as you get stunned, or I guess it's called bubbled. Everyone DPS, melee, ranged, everyone cleave them down, bust those bubbles so they can get back into their
Bernie
respective
bubble.
groups. Right.
It's called Bernie bubble.
So
also from the corals, sorry, we learned this on the hard way last night too. Is when there's more corals on the floor, the coral will shoot out a bubble that the raid has to soak. Every one of those bubbles does raid-wide damage. So if healers can't handle it, you have to stagger.
Right, and what we did is we had mobile DPS soak them. So we used hunters. They look like little orbs. They will come from the whatchamacallits, and they'll head towards the boss.
Rippling waves, right?
Rippling waves, right. So what you want to do is you just want to run in between and like position yourself so that the bubble will hit you instead of hitting the boss. For everyone that hits the boss, it'll heal them. So we want to try to soak up all those and not let them hit the boss to prevent him from getting. We had a person in melee marked. And we had a person in range marked, and we tried to keep the range stacked tightly in a knit group, and we tried to keep the melee stacked with the tanks and tightly in a knit group. But just remember, the biggest thing here is the briny bubbles. You want to make sure you get to just ahead of the tanks. They'll be going around the room. You just want to move to just ahead of the tanks. All get stunned together. All get broke out together. If you get stunned in the group, everyone in the group will be stunned, and it's basically a wipe. So don't do that. Is there anything I'm missing, Giant or Clarissa?
I was just reading the rippling wave. Not only does it put percentage of health back into her shield, but it also debuffs the player that busts it. So that too.
In normal, depending on the player, we were able to do it for science, but some people were able to get up to 6 stacks and be fine, depending on their gear. In heroic,
okay, cool.
In heroic, you can only soak 2 before it starts taking like large chunks.
Yeah, it's like it says 24k every 3 seconds, so it's
right. It seems like when we did it on heroic, we just soaked like the first 2 and then let the rest go through.
We soaked them all just because it gave her a bigger shield.
Yeah, you gotta kill the shield before you can kill her.
Alright,
are we down? Lesting on the shield?
On the the carcass phase or whatever?
Carapace?
Yeah.
Right. On the third one?
Yeah, we did the third one because it was the last one for us.
Yeah, we can. Let's do it on the third one.
Alright, let's do it on the third one.
I'm gonna start the boss here, and then we're gonna go clockwise. So where everybody is now, the boss is gonna be running over you. So you'll want to run to the center as soon as the fight starts.
Get a mark on who's a good person? You're a good. What? Do you mind if we mark you, or do we need to mark a stack point for range?
You can put on me. That's fine.
Alright, we'll put it on Clarissa.
I do move around constantly, but it'll be
good.
You don't have to be like hard on her, but like in her general areas where we need to be.
What marks you got?
I'm gonna give her
blue and gold. There's my mark.
Alright, so just stack on or around Moon for the ranged, and melee just stack I guess like around the boss. And alright, we'll give this a shot and see how it goes.
Onward to victory.
Alright. Good job today, guys. Awesome, good DPS. It's alright.
2, 1.
We need 20 healers.
spirals are the coral.
Okay, well, Coral changed our plan. We're gonna go counterclock.
4, 3, 2,
Get out of those.
There's a bubble coming into melee.
Got it.
There's the bubbles. Get to it just in front of the tanks. Just in front of everyone. Stack on those.
4, 3, 2,
DBS them down.
Soak bubbles as well.
Did you get bubble 2, Glaive, or? Oh yeah, you should have took it. I'm sorry.
I got it. I suck.
There's one more bubble coming in.
Fuck. Yeah, get her a little bit closer away from that coral. Coral spawns are messing up the plan, but it's all right.
I didn't mention the thing about the with the buffs at the end.
The lasers.
Right.
They need to go between the coral. Like, there's gonna be 2 people with blue. The 2 people with blue need to coordinate to be on each side of one coral to shoot the laser.
Take the
So
boss.
blue is
Wipe.
all the way on the left. The
There you
other
go.
person with blue
Go
can
behind the
be.
coral.
Okay,
You can also
I
break
understand.
more than one coral.
Yeah.
You wanna?
On the bubbles.
To the left of the group.
Yeah.
You got a bubble
So,
all on your back.
Bubbled. Run away.
Yeah, we got a bubble in the back of the room. We need to kill.
4, 3,
I got you, Phil.
2, 1.
Like, you can get someone all the way on the left and someone all the way on the right for yellow, and it should shoot through both of those. Yellow looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just pretend not to listen.
And Coral's fucking our plan again.
Yeah. Don't those corals like target a player?
They're random.
They're random. So you just gotta keep readjusting.
Can't this under coral be cleared somehow?
Yes.
It does by itself.
That's right. Okay.
When the lasers come out,
Bubbles
you
are coming in.
you and the other laser with the same color need to like position yourself so that the laser goes between you and destroy the corals.
You're red. Say for instance you're red now. You go left and one goes right. Is that what you mean?
Okay, bubble stack on tank over here.
Bubbles in front. Bubbles in front. Leave them down.
You guessed it.
2, 1.
Better job. That was a good. That's the way it should be every time.
Just done work on them.
There's one more bubble. It looks like Melee's gonna have to get it 'cause it's through a...
Talking of bubble, where's Jack?
A hunter got it.
And where is Joe?
He had some things he had to do. He'll be back next week.
He's at Boy Scout camp with his kid.
Right. Sounds
True.
fun.
He said he hates it and he might be here for raid tomorrow.
Really?
He's enjoyed himself.
That's in the Discord chat.
Who? What's that?
Oh, gee, thanks.
How long will it be up for? The whole day, right?
It should be. I think it was just a rotation too soon. Last time, it should stay up for the day.
Was it just the Murloc game though winning? Or?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's from the Murloc. Oh,
Take the boss, please. Clive.
I can't see where.
No, green, green, no. Green. You wanted to be on the opposite side of the coral.
Oh, sorry. I need to move away from you.
Yeah, you want to put a line between us and like get as many coral between the two marks, basically.
Oh, okay.
Kill the bubble.
No, I'm empty.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Four, three, two, one.
Let's go. Yeah. Okay, it cleared. So.
Don't body shame her. How dare you?
Are you guys stepping into heroic tomorrow?
We're
Punch
probably
up.
gonna come in and finish up normal.
Okay, because the difference between this and heroic is the people that are getting bubbled, they'll have like a ring around them, like the size of ring the shaman, and no one can be in that ring.
I thought that's the way. Is that not the way it is in normal?
It's huge
No.
in heroic, and normal is not like.
How do you get out in your range?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the ring, you'll see the ring and make sure you don't overlap them. But
Bubble stack, bubble stack.
Oh. Close enough.
Close.
2, 1.
That's why I gave you the heroic strat, because it'll make things.
Yeah.
that's what I was explaining too. But I didn't realize that on normal it didn't have the circle.
Nope.
And I was like, well, maybe I don't see it just because I don't have the bubble.
Oh, you'll see it.
I wonder if this will kill me.
Keep mentioning bubble, the Pallies of Hearthstone out.
Hey, have a little more faith. I can't find my bubble.
Jesus. You're terrible.
Is that what the
paladin,
kids are
Helga.
calling it now?
I've been playing as shaman all week. Don't judge.
After we nether slam, I'm gonna heroic leap to the other side.
It was all those Saint the Hill there.
With the next beam, you could probably break all three of those coral on the right and the two on the left, if people want to coordinate.
Did he heal up, or was it just?
No, he keeps getting the shield that we have to break.
The path that we just took is gonna be clearing, so we're gonna like type right. Green, just stay near me. Don't hit anybody.
Okay.
Let them get them.
Yeah, I can't hit that without being in a coral.
It's gonna clear us any second now.
Bubbles.
Doesn't matter, she's dead.
Yeah, she's
There we
dead.
go.
Earth Elemental killed her. Him or whatever.
Yes!
Crap, I
Oh,
can't
if you
get
drop
it.
down, you're gonna die.
Please give me the drink. Got a ring.
Someone got
I want that ring, and I got it.
I bonus rolled mine.
So did I.
Okay, so let's go trash. If we go and clear now, we have enough time to do like a pull.
Right.
Don't jump in the hole. Don't.
Well, the
jump.
tank's down here, so you can drop down now.
You're right.
But that's what a man's purpose in life is.
Bye, Faye. Take care.
How would you know her, guys?
Just an educated guess.
How far did you guys get last night, Questa?
We got up to
Swirly.
fourth boss on her up. We killed.
I need to target something.
And we added an extra raid day for the next 2 weeks. So we're going into.
Nice.
And we're aiming for 2 today and then 2 on the left.
So I got a trial on that team that you suggested.
I figured you would.
What? Yeah, and I mean, I'll be honest. I was a little nervous, so I did bad last. But we did 5. We did 5 of 8.
Heroic.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go in. We're gonna go in Thursday, and she said if people are around, we'll do. It's not mandatory, but it's optional Saturday or if people are around.
Should raid Saturday.
She's really nice.
Message. So we're going Friday.
No, that's the other team that I'm trialing with. I was telling Felicia because she suggested me.
Is that your rogue hunt or not?
No, my rogue is teamless.
Yeah, if it doesn't get soaked, it hits everybody. That's a tank mechanic will do.
I think they're talking about making a weekend team if you're looking for something for your third character.
I've rated 2 teams is more than enough. 2 teams is more
Wow.
You will run down with that debuff knowing you're gonna die. Good.
I didn't die.
Because I
I
healed.
was down to like 2% health.
It was pretty silly. You had like a big debuff which wanted to heal it, and you all run.
We'll get instant
Alright,
heals.
this is the fight I was thinking of when we got to Ashfang. So this fight's really easy.
Queen's Court's really, really easy too. I don't know how long you guys are for.
Alright, let's put some marks out.
I think. Hey, Gretchen, did you ever get your weapon off that monkey?
I got a normal one,
Yeah,
or I got a heroic one.
I never even got the heroic one. But this one is our new monkey for this raid, by the way.
Yeah, Blackwater Behemoth and this dude.
Oh, wait, no, hang on. I got the wrong one. Here's another one.
Hey,
Alright,
hey, Gretchen, I got the red snapper claw thingy on my.
It was Behemoth. You're right. My bad.
Alright, so
But
the way
one too.
this fight works, like the room is cut in half. And so you'll get, everyone will start, the whole entire raid, melee and range and everything, will start on the green side. So you will get targeted with a debuff, and I want to say on normal, it's 2 players.
Yeah, I think so.
It's 2 players, and then 2 players, and then 3 players. So it's 3 different times. So the first one, you'll be over here. Everyone will be damaging. If you get the debuff, it's it looks like a little it looks like the shaman's heal. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, the buff. If you just all you gotta do when you get the buff is run over here and stack on the square side by yourself or the other player who has it with you. In melee, the same thing. You don't have to run all the way over here to the square, but be on the square side of the room. You don't want to be in range because that if you stay in range of the normal players, you'll spread that buff to everybody in the group, and it's going to be a bad day. So as soon as you get the buff, just move to the other side, and then ads will spawn. Everyone kill the ads, and then back on boss, and we'll keep doing that like 2 or 3 times. And then he will transition, and what he'll do is he'll go down the hallway, and we'll chase him down a hallway with was it like little stun things, and water droplets are falling, and stun totems. You gotta dodge totems and not get one-shotted by the water droplets. And then we'll get down to the next room. We'll wait till we're all together. We gotta get through that maze pretty quick, and then once we get down to the bottom, we can interrupt the boss and start the final phase. Is there anything I'm missing, Giant?
Did you talk about the waterfall dropping where it's like a checkerboard?
Oh, right. So during the fight, there will be these huge, like Giant was saying, water droplets, and the circles are probably like 2 or 3 yards in diameter, and they'll cover the whole entire floor. It's kind of like if you guys, I don't know if you guys played back during Black Rock Foundry. It's kind of like the boss with the fire would fill the floor, and you had like tiny little areas you could stand in, and then the next one you'd move to the next little area. It's the same thing. You just stand in between the droplets, like the circles will overlap, but there'll be like a vacant spot where they don't, where the circles are rounded edges, and you're just stacking those clear spots and not get touched by the circles. So there's 3 waves of that, and just move to the clear spot, move to the clear spot, move to the clear spot, and then you'll be back on boss. And that'll happen 3 times during this first phase. I can't remember. Did that happen at the end? I don't think that happens at the end. It only happens on this first room, I think.
If I remember correctly, yeah, it's only this room. Because the end, the ads are different. It's like the
big
nozzle.
giant, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the ad on the last room, when we get down to the bottom and we enter at the boss and start the final phase, the ads down there, instead of being like a group of ads, it'll just be like one giant jumbo ad, and it's really important that we get them down right away.
Everything else is just deal with it as you see it. It's explaining a lot harder than actually seeing.
It's really, I mean, this fight was really pretty easy. But do we get a feast down? I'll drop one.
Yeah, we'll stack for the stomp on the last room.
Drop it out here in the hallway.
Did anyone die?
We had a few
Yes.
die.
I don't think I've died today.
And then we'll get this going, and we'll get a couple pulls, and then we'll call it for today. We normally end at 11:30.
Let's do it.
Okay. Kyle, you ready?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this one of those get locked out if you're not in the room fights?
Think so. Maybe.
You can go ahead and everyone can go ahead and stack over here on.
I just checking. One of you might get locked out.
Everyone was ready, so on the things. Wait, hold on. Cancel.
5.
Alright, sorry. I think we're good on healers.
I think we need more.
I'll be opening with cooldowns, and then the mechanic of the fight makes it so we take less as it goes.
Alright, everyone was ready.
Oh, you get to go boomy.
Yeah, pretty.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, three, two, one.
Four, three, two.
Buffs are out, move side. Clear. Move to the clear.
Four, three, two,
Okay, take the bus.
Going on that.
Kill the ads. Get out of the circle when they drop.
Move to the side.
No.
Everyone
rough
move
boy.
to the side. If you got the debuff, move to over here. Kill the ads. People didn't move.
four,
Hard on these ads, guys.
two, one.
You're gonna have to soak these over here, Glaive, as soon as they die. Get on the puddles. Get on the puddles.
Everyone?
No, just Glaive.
What?
I'm sorry, we took so long to kill the ads, my stacks dropped, so I had to swap with her rope.
4, 3,
Fear.
2, 1.
Yeah. It's because we took so long to kill the ads is all.
Alright, can we get like a res on Darevon and don't release? Don't release. Or can we reset?
I don't know, can we?
Does it not have transcendent up?
Just don't release.
set it
We
up.
gotta res out.
I got a battle res on him at the door.
So yeah, our damage on ads is super slow, and that made it rough on us.
And I don't think people moved to square quick enough. It look like more people got the debuff and should have it.
What's it called that you need to move the square?
It's called
Incubation fluid.
fluid. Incubation fluid. Right. So if you get that buff, you can see it on some players now. Feel the love has.
Yeah, I had it too. I didn't realize that.
So as soon as you get that, run to square.
I lied. First time I died.
Don't release.
Shit.
We get a summon stone down. Della, drop our summoning thing, please. When we get
I will.
Thanks, Darevon. Nope. So yeah, the biggest thing is killing those ads fast and getting out of the group as soon as you can with that incubation fluid. So as soon as you get the fluid, move to square as soon as you can.
Checkerboard is also 3. I've noticed people only doing 2 and then taking damage from.
I'll drop a feast back in the back hallway.
Oh, well, thank you. But it was a good first attempt since like most of you guys hadn't seen it yet, so that's fine. But yeah, the big droplets goes in 3. Almost everything's in 3. So the big things are in 3. The people getting targeted with the incubation fluid, that's in 3s. And
Incubation fluid just needs to be away from those without it, but not necessarily away from each other, right?
Right, away from those without the buff. Like so, if the whole entire raid starts around the triangle side of the room, and as soon as you get the incubation fluid, you can just be on the blue side of the room, and you can all stack together. It doesn't matter, but you can't stack with someone who does not have the buff. Gotcha. Because you'll spread it to everyone else who doesn't have it, and then it's a bad day. All right, so let's get this going.
Intellect.
Got a monk reset ready too, if we happen to meet.
Yeah, go ahead and get that ready, and let's get a soul stone out on.
I have one, thank you.
Okay, we have 2 locks. Put another one on Clarissa just in case. Love.
Technically, we have 3 left.
Okay, Della, Ill, and Love.
Ill,
That's
Love,
cool.
and the other warlock.
Love, got 2 love.
Della.
What?
Formerly known
Alright,
as Dawn.
So we got the soul stones out early.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so everyone's ready.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do Cole.
See, she changes her name and stops answering the people.
The ready check for the ready check.
3, 2, 1.
All right, it's out. Hope, Ram, move to blue. Move to blue.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. Much better.
Ads are out. Take the boss.
Everyone on the ads.
Trying to get them stacked up here.
Maybe stand there, curious.
I need to get closer.
No.
Remember, don't stand in the blue circle after they die. Tank will.
Everyone on these ads, quick.
4, 3, 2, 1.
If you have the blue debuff, it doesn't fall off, so you need to stay.
I'm gonna let you go up to 8 stacks and then I'll take it, Glaive.
Four, three, two, one.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I feel like I'm too big.
Okay, get. Or I'll have to get the ads.
Move. Ads, everyone on ads.
Oh wait, no, you got it. Okay, get the ads. I got the boss spec.
No, I got one
Stack
of
them up,
those.
and yeah, stack them up. Run it over to the boss and kill it quickly.
We need misdirections of the tanks.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You're gonna have to kill it quickly, or I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm down.
Get giant up.
Glaive.
Yeah, it took too long for. Yeah, reset. Yeah, I was gonna hold the boss while I picked up the ads until your stacks go down, but you got the night stack.
All right,
What's the
Taylor,
bar?
I'm gonna have to go. I gotta go to work in 15 minutes.
All right,
Okay.
take care.
See you guys.
It is interraid,
It's gone,
so
bro.
if anybody else has to go, it's...
Let's do a raid check and see who can stay for one more poll. We'll do one more poll, and this will be the last poll. And since we did reset the boss, and then if we don't get it, we'll be back tomorrow. All right, if you need to go, it's no big deal. Thanks, Brent.
See y'all later.
All right, take care. See you tomorrow.
it